Jimin on this week's Billboard Charts, January 11, 2025. 6 months after its release, and Jimin's Who and MUSE are climbing up the Billboard Charts. This is impressive, legendary and historical. Jimin's record-breaking global hit, Who, on the charts. Oh my gosh. Jimin's Who re-enters this week's Hot 100 at number 24. Who extends its position as the longest charting K-soloist song of the past decade, 23 weeks. Jimin's Who is the highest-ranking song by a Korean artist on Billboard's Hot 100 chart for its 23rd week. Longest charting song by K acts on Billboard Hot 100 chart. Number 1 Dynamite, 32 weeks. Number 2 Gangnam Style, 31 weeks. Number 3 Cupid, 25 weeks. And #4 Who, 23 weeks. Just 7 more weeks to break the record. Park Jimin is a true phenomenon. New songs will make remaining on the chart more difficult. Please keep streaming. Jimin's Who returns to the top 10 on Billboard Global 200 at number 10. And Billboard Global excluding US at number 9. Jimin's Who hits a new peak on Billboard's streaming songs chart this week, landing at number 13 up 36 spots. Who extended the record for longest charting week by a Korean artist to 24 weeks. Furthermore, Jimin re-enters the Billboard Artist 100 chart this week at number 86, marking his 32nd week on the chart. Jimin is the K-soloist with the second longest chart tenure on the chart. Moreover, Jimin's successful album, MUSE on the charts. It's once again, Jimin vs. Jimin. Jimin's second solo album, MUSE, has been on the Billboard 200 chart for 24 consecutive weeks, rising 36 spots from last week to number 106. MUSE is the second longest charting album of all time among K-soloist albums. Also, Jimin's MUSE has maintained its number 2 spot on the Billboard World Albums chart this week, making its 24th consecutive week on the chart, extending its record as the second longest charting Korean solo album, following Jimin's first album, Face, 63 weeks. Furthermore, Jimin the king of Spotify making history. Jimin's second solo album, MUSE, reached 2.2 billion streams in just 171 days on Spotify. MUSE is the fastest-growing Korean-language solo album to reach 2.2 billion streams, making it the second most-streamed Korean-language solo album of all time, following Jimin's first solo album, Face. In addition, Jimin's Who becomes fourth fastest song in history to reach 1.3 billion streams on Spotify. Fastest songs to surpass 1.3 billion streams on Spotify. 1. Die with a Smile, 127 days. 2. Birds of a Feather, 158 days. 3. Espresso, 162 days. And 4. Who, 171 days. Jimin also becomes the fastest male solo song in history to surpass 1.3 billion streams on Spotify with Who, 171 days, surpassing Harry Styles, as it was 173 days. Jimin's Who and MUSE album are still charting. Moreover, Jimin is now the first and only K-pop soloist in history to have 2 songs with over 1.3 billion streams on Spotify, with Like Crazy and Who. Jimin becomes the first and only K-pop Korean soloist in history to have multiple songs, 2 songs, Who and Like Crazy, reach 1.1 billion, 1.2 billion and 1.3 billion streams on Spotify. Also, Jimin's Who claims the title as the fastest song by an Asian artist in Spotify's history to reach 1.3 billion streams in just 171 days. Another historical achievement, Jimin is the number 1 best-selling K-pop soloist of 2024 measured by total album units in the US. Jimin has the highest unit album sales for a Korean solo artist in the United States in 2024. Unit sales includes streaming and physical, digital. Thank you Team USA. Jamaica, your support is beyond appreciated. Let's continue streaming to keep our Jimin high on the charts. A massive achievement for the Spotify king. Jimin remains at number 1 on Spotify's South Korea Daily Top Artists chart for January 6, 2025, becoming the first and only artist to reach number 1 for the 530th time in the chart's history. Jimin continues to extend his record as the artist with the most number 1 hits on the chart, having been on the chart for a total of 884 days. Absolutely legendary. Jimin's Who remains at number 5 on Spotify's Global Daily Top Songs chart for January 2, 2025 with 4,785,082, plus 519,701, filtered streams. Who has been in the top 10 for 159 days and in the top 5 for 126 days. Jimin's Who debuted at #9 +2, on Spotify USA Daily Top Songs chart for January 2, 2025 with 1,141,116, plus 136,977, filtered streams. Who holds the record for the longest charting time in the top 10 of the chart by an Asian artist, 112 days. Trending on X, Twitter, Jimin's chart success on Billboard. Jimin, a member of the South Korean group, BTS, has seen notable success with his solo work on various music charts, end of January 12, 2025. His track, Who, re-entered the Billboard Hot 100 at number 24, marking its 23rd week on the chart, and also climbed to number 10 on the Billboard Global 200, and number 9 on the Billboard Global excluding US chart. His album MUSE reached number 106 on the Billboard 200, and held steady at number 2 on the World Albums chart. Additionally, Who has surpassed 1.3 billion streams on Spotify, highlighting Jimin's significant impact in the music industry. Fans have globally celebrated these achievements, showcasing their continued support and admiration for Jimin's musical endeavors. K-Media article reports, BTS, Jimin shines as a K-pop frontman in the United States. As of January 4, Jimin has set a record of 200 days on Spotify's US Daily Top Artist chart, the world's largest music platform. Jimin has become the first and only K-pop solo artist to have charted on the chart for over 200 days. Best-selling songs by K-pop artists in the US in 2024. Jimin with 2 solo songs, number 1, Who, and #7, Like Crazy. No Western collaboration, no radio, and no promotions, only Jimin and his artistry. Solo King. Jimin achieved 200 days on the Spotify USA Daily Top Artists chart, becoming the first and only K-soloist to spend 200 days on the chart. Jimin deserves recognition for his historical achievements. Jimin, and Zack Top number 38, are the only artists not signed under a major music label in the top 40 of Billboard Hot 100. US fans, please let's continue this momentum.